Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are doing well. This is TJ's Maths and Further Maths Adventures. If you're new here, please consider subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new content. This is Further Mathematics. In today's presentation, we'll be looking at question from WAEC 2022, number 2 theory parts, the compulsory parts. The question reads, solve 2 power 2y plus 1, all in brackets, minus 5 into 2 power y, close the bracket, plus 2 equals to 0. We are asked to solve for y. And the first thing for you to do is to identify these questions is from which topic. Of course, this is from indices, that is quadratic in nature. That's indices involving quadratic equation. So let's write down the question. We have, let's write down our solution now. We have 2 power 2y plus 1 minus 5 into 2 power y plus 2 equals to 0. Okay, so the first thing for us to do, we realize that we have 2 power y here. We can write this to have 2 power y as well. Okay, I can write this as 2 power y times 2 power 1 minus 5 into 2 power y plus 2 equals to 0. From multiplication law of indices, the base are the same. I can add this. Of course, I will still get this. The excess is so that we'll have 2 power y here. Okay, so I can write this as 2 power y all into times 2 power 1 minus 5 into 2 power y plus 2 equals to 0. So you realize that I have 2 power y here, I have 2 power y here. That's the aim of simplifying this using multiplication law of indices. Since I have 2 power y here, I have 2 power y here, I can say let 2 power y be equals to p. Let it be p. Okay, so it means anywhere I see 2 power y here, I will put p. So it will be p power 2 now times 2 power 1 minus 5 now into p plus 2 equals to 0. So you realize that anywhere I see 2 power y here, I replace it with p. So p squared times 1 power times 2 power 1, of course, is 2p squared minus 5 times p is 5p plus 2 equals to 0. This is quadratic equation. So we solve this using one of the method, either by factorization method, completing the square method, formula method, or by graphical methods. So let's use factorization. We multiply the first term by the last term. That will be 2p squared times plus 2, which is 4p squared. Two factors of 4 that can give you minus 5 will be minus 4p and minus p. So we replace it with this middle term here. So this will be p squared minus 4p minus p plus 2 equals to 0. You realize that minus 4p minus p is the same as minus 5p. So we can group this like this and factor out. What is common here is 2p into p minus 2. What is common here, of course, is minus 1 into p minus 2 equals to 0. So you realize that what we have in the bracket are the same. So we can pick what we have outside the bracket. That will be 2p minus 1, then p minus 2 equals to 0. So since this either of this is equals to 0, that's what it means. Either of this is equals to 0. It means either 2p minus 1 is equals to 0 or p minus 2 is equals to 0. So we can find the value of p here. We'll bring 1 to this side and divide both sides by 2. Of course, p will be half or p is equals to 2. This is the value of p, but this is not what we are looking for. We are asked to solve for y. So let's move here and solve for the value of y. But initially we say, but p is equals to 2 power y. So when p is half, what will be the value of our y? We put p here as half now. That will be half will now be equals to 2 power y. This half we can write it as 2 power 1 using negative loss of indices. So this will be 2 power y as well. The base are the same here. We can equate the power. Therefore, at this point, y will be equals to minus 1. So when p is half, y is nothing but minus 1. Okay? Let's move here. Okay, when p is 2, when p is 2, what will be the value of our y? Recall that we have p equals to 2 power y. So in place of p, we put 2. So that will be 2 equals to 2 power y. Of course, this is power 1. Because any whole number has a denominator, has a power of 1. So the base are the same here. We can equate the power from one of the laws of indices. When you have a power m equals to a power n, this is the same thing as m equals to n. So we apply this law here. So it means y will be equals to 1. Finally, the values of y now will be, we now conclude by saying therefore y is equals to minus 1 or 1. So this will be the value of y. And we can check. This is what we call to check. If we substitute the value of y into this left-hand side as 1, for instance, will it be equals to 0? So let's to check now. Let's check and see. To check, anywhere we see y, we put 1. That will be 2 power 2 into 1 plus 1 minus 5 into 2 power 1 plus 2. Is it equals to 0? Let's see. This is 2 plus 1, that is 3. That will be 2 power 3 minus, this is 10 plus 2. 2 power 3 is 8. This will be 8 minus 10 plus 2. Is it equals to 0? 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 minus 10 is equals to 0. Truly, the value of y is 1, and we can as well check for minus 1. So the correct value of y now is minus 1 or 1, as the case may be. Thank you for watching. Do share this to your learned colleagues.